Well, hi everybody, welcome to Village Stage Caravan Capers, episode 8. As you can see, I've decorated the caravan today with a mirror and a table lamp and a sideboard. In fact, I've got to be honest, I'm not in the caravan. I'm actually here with Judy Beverley. Say hello, Jude. There's Jude. Remember Jude? She runs the folk club, the Acoustic Oak. And I'm also here with her lovely mum sitting in the background quietly. You can't see her because she's below the mirror. But she's back there, honest. So that was lovely of you. Thank you for having me, because I didn't have enough upload speed. So here I am in the lovely house in Cairn of Jude's mum, with Jude. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. I think I've got a nice show. At least it's live. At least I didn't have to do it recorded. So that's all right. So I don't think I've got too much. Oh, I know what I was going to say, yes. I want to thank all my admirers for my award. You see my award? Yeah, I got my award. There was a little bit of presumptiveness in it, because I saw it in Tesco's, it was £1, so I bought it for myself. But I know you would have wanted to give me an award. I think that's the point. You would have wanted me to have it. Okay, I'm going to start with a song. I'm going to start with a number of songs. I'm on my second cup of coffee, and I still can't face the day. I'm thinking of the lady who got lost along the way. And if I don't stop this trembling and from reaching for the phone, I'll be reaching for the bottle, Lord, before this day is done. On my second cup of coffee, and I still can't face the day. The room was filled with laughter as we danced the night away. But my sleep was filled with dreaming of the wrongs that I had done, and a gentle, sweet reminder of a daughter and a son. Sitting alone, my friends have all gone home. You never know when they'll come dropping in. Thinking of the girls with their fingers in my curls, too young to understand how love begins. I'm on my second cup of coffee, and I still can't face the dawn. The radio is playing a soft old country song, and if I don't stop this trembling hand from reaching for the phone, I'll be reaching for the bottle of it. Sitting alone, my friends have all gone home. They never were around when you needed them. Thinking of the girls with their fingers in my curls, too young to understand how love began. I'm on my second cup of coffee, and I still can't face the day. I'm thinking of the lady who got lost along the way. And if I don't stop this trembling hand from reaching for the phone, I'll be reaching for the bottle, Lord, before this day is done. And if I don't stop this trembling hand from reaching for the phone, I'll be reaching for the bottle, Lord, before this day is done. Did you hear the rousing? Oh yeah, I knew there'd be rousing applause somewhere. Yes, rousing applause. Thank you. Thank you, rousing applause. That just proves I've got a live audience here with me today. And this is episode 8. And before that, there was, 10 episodes of the Lunchtime Live. I'm sort of running out of songs, so I'm sorry if you're hearing songs that you've heard before, but I do have one brand spanking new one later. Right now, I'm going to do a bit of Cliff Richards. Not all the songs I would sing in a folk club, but it's fun anyway. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Jude. Oh, hello, Jude. I can see Jude. Hi, Christine. Hi, John Bath. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Hang on, let me scroll down Brian, Claire. Who else have we got? Oh. Okay. Brian Chignall, John Bath, sparkling song. Yes, it is a sparkling song. Okay, here's another sparkling song. mum's dancing. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. And you should tell me that I'll always be the one you'll always love so true. Then I could tell you oh so easily, I could easily fall in love with you. It wasn't long ago I saw you there, but even then I thought you knew that given half a chance I could easily fall in love with you. This is the sad part. I've been too long on my lonesome now. I've been too long by myself. I couldn't feel more lonesome now if I was left on a shelf. Don't ever change that smile you're smiling now. And please don't let me see you blue. And given half a chance I could easily fall in love with you. Here we go again. I've been too long on my lonesome now. I've been too long by myself. I couldn't feel more lonesome now if I was left on a shelf. Don't ever change that smile you're smiling now. And please don't let me see you blue. And I can tell you oh so easily, I could easily fall in love with you. I'm fading. Oh, I love this rousing applause. Oh, I love it. Rousing applause. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Two beautiful ladies in my audience. They paid vast amounts of money for tickets in the stalls, which are the cheap seats. Oh, she said I'm supposed to be paying them to be in the audience. I changed my set list around at the last minute as usual, so my third song for the opening set is a slow one, which is unusual. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow are so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do watch them as they grow. Well, they'll learn so much, more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself. Yes, I think to myself. Yes, I think to myself. What a wonderful world. Oh, thank you, everybody. Who have we got there? Marilyn. Wonderful world. Jude. Mum says she does too. Does what? Loves the song. Oh, good. That's good. See, I can talk to these two like live, but when they're sitting there watching on the telephone, they're 8 to 10 seconds behind me. Oh, Jude's being rude to me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for my interview of the week. I went to visit a friend of mine. He was on Lunchtime Live last year. He's a music producer. He's a singer-songwriter. He's in a couple of bands. He's quite popular and well-known around the area. So I'm going to now leave you for a few minutes while we go over to my interview of the week. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Caravan Capers, episode 8. And today I'm in a studio of a very famous person. Starting at 12 years old, this man started playing the guitar, and he's been a passionate musician all of his life, playing in numerous bands like Hatful of Rain, you may know Hatful of Rain, and the Cynon Valley Rangers. He's also a music producer, helping budding musicians reach stardom. So, you know, I'm hoping I'll get a word in here. And his only regret in life is that it wasn't him who discovered Susan Boyle, and he never did learn to tune a banjo. So please welcome today, Mr. Phil Jones.
Oh dear, always the banjo gag.
Phil. All right, Phil,
yes.
Welcome to Village Stage, Caravan Capers. Where do we start? How about a brief summary of your musical career?
Oh, one of these kids at school who was always carrying a guitar everywhere, where always having to be friendly with the other kids playing guitars, listened to music constantly, played in clubs, women's clubs as a kid, moved to London, played jazz music. Several years ago I started playing more folk, really, in pubs. Props, because I enjoyed the drinking.
It could have been.
Could have been. And then about 12 years ago I met Chloe Overton in a festival, and then we formed Hatful of Rain, and that's pretty much what I've been doing ever since.
So you didn't start in a Welsh coal miners choir or something?
No, I didn't. No,
okay.
I didn't.
So tell me, how would you describe Hatful of Rain and the role you play in the set, in the lineup?
I'm the glamour puss.
Oh, okay.
Of course, I'm the
we can see
visual
that.
scent. Yeah. You know, no.
Yeah, we get that impression now.
Yeah, Hatful of Rain are a folk band who have both British and USA influences. So I guess it has banjos and things, as you said. Yeah. I play double bass and banjo and guitar, and write some of the material and sing some of the material. And we all have a fairly democratic kind of role in the band. Really.
And what's the lineup, Phil?
Well, it's changed recently. It's been, for many years, it was myself playing bass and banjo, Chloe being the main lead vocalist, playing guitar, mandolin and banjo. Fred Gregory playing guitar and mandolin and vocals. And recently we've been working in a young man from Wichita, Kansas, Scott Smith, who's been playing lap steel, piano, banjo, harmonica, percussion.
Super.
Yeah.
Super. And you actually had a live gig this weekend, I believe.
Oh,
How did that go?
Absolutely. It was great. It was lovely to be on stage.
At the Rope Tackle?
At the Rope Tackle, yeah. It's terrific.
Any more lined up?
Yes, well, not that long away, actually. We got on the 11th of July, we're playing at the Brunswick in Hove. Yeah.
Now, you came to Village Stage yourself.
Yes.
In another collaboration called the Tuesday Night Skiffle Club. I mean, this was a special night. It was a really good lineup. What happened to that?
I don't really. Musical differences. No, I don't know. I think everybody got busy. Of course, Adam, of those who were there, who was playing snare drum and percussion that night, his band, well, his two bands, Hickory Signals and Bird in the Belly, went on to do very, very well. They got Guardian Album of the Month, and they started getting busy. And we all got busy.
Now, as much as I don't want to say this, but let's touch on the banjo. Now, in truth,
touch a banjo if you want to.
In truth, have you ever tuned a banjo? I mean,
oh, we're so hard done by us.
I mean, you were on Village Stage last year with your banjo, and a lot of your performance was twiddling knobs.
You just got to think about it as an affliction.
Oh, okay.
It just goes with the territory.
Okay, let's move away from music for a minute. Your direct music, and talk about your production and promotion business. It's what is it? Long Way Home Productions. Yeah?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
You gave Village Stage last year one of your people.
Right.
Johnny Williams,
yeah.
Super performance on Village Stage.
Yeah, no,
is there any growth in your business since Johnny?
Yeah, well, we've released a couple of things. We did an album with Nicola Bloom. That's me and Scott Smith collaborating on that. Yeah, we did an album with Scott Smith. We're doing bits and bobs. We've done some recording recently with Sharon Lewis, who's a fantastic singer. Used to be in a band called Puka. And, well, this weekend we're doing some recording with Naomi Bedford and Paul Simmons.
And I noticed on your website someone by Corey Flynn, is he?
Corey Flynn's young man, yes.
The stable, as they say?
Yes. He's
not Susan Boyle, though?
No, sadly, no, that would have been great.
No. So how do you go about, as a music producer, how do you go about getting somebody like me, young and aspiring and want to get out there? How would you help me get on the ladder?
On the ladder? Oh, that's a hard one. I'd listen to what you did. And I'd try to record that in the best possible way.
That's very diplomatic.
Well, it's the truth. It's the truth. And you are very, very good at what you do, so I won't have any of that.
If anybody wants to have themselves checked to see whether they've got the potential to be the next Engelbert Humperdinck or Susan Boyle...
Oh, yes.
Come and see Phil. Rightio. One final thing. You've been to Village Stage concerts before.
Yeah.
We're going to restart at some stage.
Yeah.
Have you got any way that you can come and contribute something to one of our concerts?
What would you like?
I'm still looking for someone to make the tea.
All right, okay, I'll make the tea.
Yeah.
I'll make
and maybe, I don't know, maybe you can do a solo or put a small collaboration of your people together. Bear in mind, we don't pay.
All right, well, I mean, I make such a lot of money, I could probably afford to do it anyway.
Okay, now Phil, to finish off, would you like to play for us live today, or would you rather I use a clip of something?
Oh, I'll play you a tune if that's
okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to swing the camera around, and we're going to listen to Phil Jones playing us something, no idea what. Anyway, catch you in a minute.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. Let me just, organise myself. Oh, excuse the hair. I've been swimming in the sea this morning. I'll do one that I like doing for a Hatful of Rain. Get rid of that bag.
Get rid of that old bag.
This is a song I wrote when my dad died. Everything my dad wore was knitted by my mum, down to his shoes. Now, it's not quite true, but... So when you hugged him, you were aware of the fact that there was this broad man, very much like myself, with a knitted jumper. It didn't matter what the weather was. This is called Broad Willie Back. Well, I'm coming down from the mountain, and I'm gonna see. I got a big box of candy and a bucket of stones and the morning key. My brother said it only hurts when you put it down again. He only meant a smile is sweeter than a frown again. I've got a testament of love and understanding and a solid hand. I've got a circle of eyes watching my back and a solid hand. Oh yes, I know, for more, for less, for love, for money, a teardrop forms a savage curse, a man of funny. And oh, songs. Hey, David, will you call me in the morning when the news comes? I never could quite take it, I couldn't hold it back. Lock a white mane, stupid jokes, broad woolly back, broad woolly back. Light falls on the morning, blind in Watson's store, and the dimming of the evening leaves us always wanting more. Like that music man from Canby on the radio that day said we can laugh, we can run off our time in the sun, no one ever gets away. Like a trouser on a rail, getting magically smaller as the years go by. Put a penny in the bag on a rainy morn, never could work out why. Or ride it on, get along, give it phone from where you came. Pick up the phone, dial tone, precious moan says, can't complain. And oh, songs. Hey David, will you call me in the morning when the news comes? I never could quite make it, I couldn't hold it back. Lock a white mane, stupid jokes, broad woolly back.
Well done. Beautiful stuff. If that's what you get in a hat full of rain, then we'll have to go and see them. Thank you, Phil Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Jones, thanks for the interview, mate, and look forward to seeing someone else next week on Caravan Capers. Bye for now. And that was the amazing Phil Jones. And if I looked a bit green, it's because he lives on a houseboat, but the tide was out, so it was sitting on the bottom. Thank you, Phil, for doing that. And thank you, Hatful of Rain, for being Hatful of Rain. And hopefully catch up and see you sometime in the future. And thank you, audience. They sat and watched that live. So I'm now coming back live with a couple more songs. Oh, loads of time. Not very many people there today. There's only 11 of you. What's going on? You can all watch later on Catch Up. If you do watch on Catch Up, please send a comment so that we know who's actually been on and watched it. This is a double song. I joined two together. Energy saving. Saves you clapping in the middle. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. I guess I never told you I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You your sweet love hasn't died. Give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. I can tell by your eyes that you've probably been crying forever. And the stars in the sky don't mean nothing to you, they're a mirror. I don't wanna talk about it, how you broke my heart. If I stay just a little bit longer, if I stay here, won't you listen to my heart? Oh, oh, my heart. If I stand here alone, will the shadows hide the colors of my heart? Blue for the tears, black for the night's fears, the stars in the sky don't mean nothing to you, they're a mirror. I don't wanna talk about it, how you broke my heart. If I stay here just a little bit longer, if I stay here, won't you listen to my heart? Oh, my heart. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. That's my two. Audience, please clap. Thank you. Yeah, a bit more whooping. More, yeah, that's good. Good effects. Thank you. Rubbish? Thank you very much. Okay, now, the big occasion, a brand new song. Hope it works because it's written by a friend of mine Christine, who's watching right now. Christine and I went to see, oh, and Steph's on. Hi, Steph, how are you? You can watch live. You might be able to see the lady. Yeah, you'll know him. Kevin Barber wrote this, and we went to see Barber and Taylor in Uckfield Civic Centre recently, and he did this song. And I went up to him and said, "Hey, Kev, how you going?" Because he's a great supporter of Village Stage. And I said, "Can I cover your song?" And he said, "Yes." I hope I do it justice. I'll probably muck it up because it's brand new. Here we go. Slick back my hair, polish my shoes, knock back a soda and lime. I still believe that a man's not a man if he can't waltz a woman in time. For all my finesse, my sharp sense of dress, I was too skinned to ask her to dance. Same old refrain that returns time again. With the chiffon and lace, we're away on a tired romance. So play us a beautiful Albany song. pennies from heaven to spend. I'll take the lead just once in my life. For all of my life, it's just what I'm wanting to be. Someone to dance with, play us a beautiful elbow song, pennies from heaven to spend. I'll take the lead for just once in my life. For all of my life, it's just what I'm wanting to be. Someone to dance with. Now I don't give a damn for the grubby old sham people call modern desire. I still believe in the old-fashioned way. Love is a kindling fire, and your beauty, it seems, is to scuttle my dreams. Now and forever no more. I ask you to dance and you just shyly smile. 5 points of contact, boldly step out on the floor. So play us a beautiful elbow song with pennies from heaven to spend. I'll take the lead for just once in my life. For all of my life, it's just what I'm wanting to be. Someone to dance with. For all of my life, it's just what I wanted to be. Someone to dance with. Lovely song. I hope Kevin Barber enjoyed me doing it. I'll work on the guitar. The thing is, you see, Kevin and Barber and Taylor, Kevin Barber and his mate, they've got fantastic guitar skills and they pad the song so beautifully. And it disappoints me to some extent that I sing such a beautiful song and the guitar work lets it down. Anyway, the next thing is my pièce de résistance, my musical clip. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen, for my musical clip? Here we go. Another 5-minute interlude where I can have a drink and talk to Judy and her mum. Talk to you in a minute. Bye. Dear God, you made so many poor people. I realise, of course, it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honour either. So what would have been so terrible if I had just a small fortune? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yaddy daddy 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 dum. If I were a very, very rich diddle 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 man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. I could be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd Fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud squawk, 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 squawk would land like a trumpet on the ears, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. Ha ha! If I were a rich man, yaddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-da, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yaddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. If I were a very, very rich yeedle-deedle-deedle-deedle man, I see my wife, my golden, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's content. I see her putting on nails and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town will come to call on me. They will ask me to advise them, like Solomon the Wise. If you please, Reptevier. Pardon me, Reptevier. Posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eye. La da 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 da. It won't make one little bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think that you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall, and I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, yaddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That's my favourite one so far, apart from Beauty School Dropout, which I did very early, and the technology was different in that one because there were two of me. This one, with the backdrop and the farmer, I enjoyed doing that one. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, I've been humming that song from 3 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the morning, 24/7, for 5 days. So if I've created an earworm for you, I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you for your comments, Jude. Oh, look, even Jude's clapping there and on the thing. And you're not clapping over there because it wasn't right. Okay. Here's a sing-along song by a man called Shep Woolley. I've done it before. Down by the dockyard wall, I will wait for you as you come across that water shore in your suit of blue. My love for you will never change, my heart is always true. Down by the dockyard wall, I will wait for you. That's your bit. Just a boy of 17, he started out to roam, to sail across the 7 seas, so far away from home. She said that she would wait for him till he returned again. As the anchor chain came up and down, he heard the soft refrain. Down by the dockyard wall, I will wait for you, as you come across and walk ashore in your suit of blue. My love for you will never change, my heart is always true. Down by the dockyard wall, I will wait for you. Home again and the good times came, her arms were open wide. He held her safely close to him, and she walked by his side. A dark cloud soon filled the sky, his duty beckoned on, till once again a sad farewell, a young girl stands alone. Down by the dockyard wall, I will wait for you, as you come across that walk ashore in your suit of blue. My love for you will never change, my heart is always true. Down by the dockyard wall, I will wait for you. That's a long, long time ago. Now there's a picture in a frame, and tears shed every Christmas, for the memories still remain. But if the young man in the photograph could hear what she would say, he'd likely join the chorus as she sings it every day. Down by the dockyard wall, I will wait for you, as you come across that walk ashore in your suit of blue. My love for you will never change, my heart is always true. Down by the dockyard wall, I will wait for you. Go one more. Down by the dockyard wall, I will wait for you, as you come across that walk ashore in your suit of blue. My love for you will never change, my heart is always true. Down by the dockyard wall, I will wait for you. Thank you. Oh, toe tapping. Oh, Marilyn, you're always toe tapping, Marilyn. Toe tap, toe tap. Yeah, where is Jill? Where's Jill in her dancing chair today? Jill Clough, where is she? Okay, that's it. I'm going to do one more, and it's another toe tapper for you, and that will be it for today. And then I'll go back to the Caravan and prepare something for next week. I'm moving on later in the week. I'm moving up north to go and see Paul Walker and Karen Pfeiffer in Solihull, and that's going to be an exciting night out, and with a bit of luck, they may talk to me. But I'll dangle that carrot in front of you next week. Here we go. Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, not the sun in my eye, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I see. I'm on top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love put me at the top of the world. Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. In the leaves in the trees and the touch of the breeze, there's a pleasing sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day is through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need will be mine and you are here. I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Your last chance to sing. I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Oh, sorry, can't do any more. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's another 50-minute show. I'm going to start preparing next week's now and go back to the Caravan and have lunch. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Mum, and thank you, Jude's mum, and everybody there for watching and allowing me to do this from here. And I will see you all soon. Bye.